Hey guys, and welcome to another edition of Burton Ballers. And today I'm doing another player watch video, but it's with a difference. I'm not concentrating on one player, I'm concentrating on three players, and that's our midfield pivots. So guys, another great win, 3-0 with 2 goals from Lukaku. Another one from Kovacic, who I'll be talking about a little bit later. But I wanted to look at all 3 of our midfield sixes who played at some point yesterday. But first I'm going to look at Saul. The reason is because it was his debut and Tuchel threw him in at the deep end. And boy did he struggle. There's a few people I've criticising Tuchel for giving him his baptism of fire, but you know what? I understand why he did it, because if you look at Jorginho and Kovacic, both played 3 games. Did Kovacic play 3 games? I know Jorginho definitely played 3 games. I think Kovacic did too, over the international break. So what he wanted was some fresh pair of legs, because okay, Saul may be new to the league, but he has had a whole week's training with the rest of the squad. So that's why I can sort of understand why Tuchel played him yesterday. But he's got to learn to get used to the pace of the Premier League, you know. I hope, I haven't seen a lot of tweets, but I hope people are not tweeting that he's not wasting money because we got him on loan, but he's not cut out for the Premier League, and you can't judge him on that one game. He was, you know, in the Premier League, you know, Villa, to their credit, played well, and this is probably one of the last teams you want to be playing against for making your debut, because they've got the likes of McGinn and the youngster who, what's his name? His name escapes me now. Who were great. What they were doing, they were closing him down, and so you could see that their manager wasn't. His team talk was, you know what, Saul's new to this league. Let's get in and let's test him. Let's press him hard and try and gain possession from him. And that's what they did. They pressed him hard, and he lost possession about 2 or 3 times, which could have been costly for us. He did some nice passes, but they were safe passes. They didn't do any expansive passes. And a couple of times when he tried to dribble, but he got caught in possession, passes going astray, etc. But there was a couple of decent things I saw from him. We won a couple of aerial duels, which was good, and but I can't remember him winning a tackle. So yeah, the play was just kind of passing him by. So Tuchel saw what was happening, and in the second half he made the adjustments by bringing on Jorginho. And you can see with Jorginho, once he brought him on in the second half, we gained control of the game. So early on, Aston Villa had a couple of chances, but after the first 10 minutes of the second half, then they didn't create as many chances. So that's why, and a lot of people thinking about what does Jorginho bring to this team. You saw it yesterday, where he brings that element of control into the side. Right, so that's Jorginho sorted, and now I'm going to go on to our third 6, and I thought he was probably, along with Mendy, who I may do a player watch on later, so stay tuned for that. I'd probably do a player watch on Mendy because of his performance yesterday. But it's out of him, Mendy and Kovacic, I think, for man of the match. Kovacic yesterday I thought was superb. He's seen the competition. That's what I like to see. That's why it's good when competition comes in. So he's seen Saul, and he must have read in the papers and other people saying, you know what, Saul's here to take over Kovacic's midfield place. But he's saying, you know what, if you want a place in this team, you've got to work hard for it, because I'm here to stay. We all know that he's press resistant. We all know how neat and tidy he is on the ball. We know he's a good dribbler. But yesterday, there were 2 aspects of his game that stood out. His passing. Yeah, he's got a decent pass, especially that cross-field pass he does over to the right-hand side. But yesterday, we saw a superb pass for the first goal. And that's what I want to see him doing more of, you know. It was a defence-splitting pass right into the path of Lukaku. and great composure and finish by Lukaku. Maybe he could have done it before. Maybe he didn't have a striker who can have those runs. You can read those through balls. But we'll see. Hopefully, he could do more. But although he did that, there was a few times where he did some neat control, but then his pass was under hit. So he has to improve on that score. One brilliant pass, yeah, but a few dodgy passes mixed in. And another thing, he scored a goal. I think that's only his second goal I'm hearing in the Premier League, and that needs to improve. From our sixes, that input. 2 goals in 3 seasons for us in the league isn't great, but the finish was good. He anticipated the error from who was it? Mings, and then it was a decent finish. So a goal and assist after game 4 in the Premier League. If he can do more goal contributions with either scoring the goals or assisting the goals, then you know what? That for me was missing out of his game. Everything else, not everything else. There's a few other issues I've got with him. That's mentally switching on defensively and following the runs of defenders, but that's for another. Don't want to concentrate on any of the negatives, but for me, from an attacking viewpoint, if he can become more consistent in the goal scoring and assisting, then he then becomes in that very, very good midfield bracket. Because for me, he's just in that good bracket at the moment, but to become in that very good bracket, then he's got to improve in certain aspects of his game. But yes, after yesterday, thumbs up from me, and long may it continue. So well done, Kovacic. And hopefully Saul can get adjusted to the Premier League, and hopefully we'll see a bit more from him as he gets used to the pace. And guys, Jorginho is still up there with some of the best midfielders. That's why he won the European Player of the Year. And you saw yesterday when he came on, the value that he gives to Chelsea. Stick your comments in the comment section below. Do you agree with what I'm saying? Do you think Saul will come good? Kova, man of the match, or was it Mendy? And what do you feel about the second half performance of Jorginho? Okay guys, I will see you on the next video. Until then, take care.